this episode we're going to look at ESP Mental and Astor Mental. This one's by Astor. I think this was by Astor originally as well, but I have no idea nowadays. First of all, ESP Mental is the more familiar one because it's been ripped off and everybody's now selling it as some version of it. There's a reason why both of them are in the same review, and we're going to look at that in a moment. First, the ESP Mental. If you don't know what it is, I can take out the 10 cards and what we can do is I will mix them up, and I'm going to place, I'm going to put them this way so I can't see. I'm going to put one card in here, one card in here, one card in here, one card in here, and one card in here. By the way, I should have showed you these cards, but I can show you them now. They just contain the 5 ESP signal symbols. Normally I'd get a spectator to call out a number, so let's just say they would call out any one of these numbers. As I'm going to make one change to this, just to change those. I like that better. There you go. Okay, so they can say a number. So in this case, I don't know. I'm going to speed up. I'm going to put some of these in here. Put that one in there. That one in there. And that one in there. No, that one in there. Why not? And that one in there. And remember, they've had the choice over which card went where. Make sure everything looks tidy, and then I can show you that both sides should match. That's ESP match. It's almost self-working, however it has a few little issues with it. A quick trick like this, you probably won't notice them. However, if you're someone who's very picky about every fine detail being in its right place, there are issues with things not exactly aligning the way they should. Choosing my words carefully. So for that reason, Astor released his version, which is Astor Mental. Now, I've not memorised the full sequence of this yet, so I'm not going to perform it. This one comes with a DVD, and it's the same trick, but this time there is no, I could take the cards out of both sides to begin with, so there is nothing there to hide. Put the cards back in, and it's also a trick that can be done twice. So I can do this trick twice, and the cards will be different. So it doesn't matter. It allows you to repeat the effect, which is where the stroke is, because you cannot repeat this one. This one can only be done once. This one cannot be. This one can be repeated and done twice. It does have a little bit of memory work involved, but there is a crib on top of it. But you got to remember how to use the crib. I'm choosing my words carefully because I keep on forgetting how to use it, and I have to watch the DVD again, which I need to do in order to kind of perform the trick, because I can't remember how certain sides work. Because it can do it twice, there's a chance I could mess up and do the wrong one each time. But that aside, this is everything that's improved about the first one. First of all, basically the card just goes straight in and goes straight away. There's no moving. On this one, the card can move around, and it can be uneven, and it cannot be straight. That will never be a problem with this one, because it only has one place to go. The cards are made out of a very they're about the type of plastic. They're not super strong, they're not indestructible, but they're better than paper card. So they'll go straight in, and you shouldn't really need to think about it. It kind of, once you've done it a few times, you know where those cards go, and they're straight every single time. That's the benefit of it. Yeah, so that's Astor Mental. So it looks quite nice, it folds flat, packs in the case. It's a good one if you need to transport to a cruise ship or doing some overseas work. This will go in the bottom of the case. And it can play quite big, so if you're doing it twice, you got double the length of time. So what are my ratings on these? Well, this is the first and the original. I've seen people modify it so that they can use their own pictures, not ESP cards. It does have its limitations and it does have its problems. So for that, I'm going to give this 70%, just 70%. It does its job. If you know how to use it, it can work itself well. This is the improved version. I'm not going to say it's perfect because I don't really know what's wrong with it, but I'm not comfortable doing it myself just yet. I'm going to give it 80%. It's definitely improvement on this one, but it's not quite up there with my variations because I perform will the cards match, or last two cards match, which is essentially the exact same trick, only without any gimmicky props. So for me, that will always be a stronger trick than this. And I do that trick with A4 size cards. This is still limited to playing card size. So this only gets 80% from me. It was a nice idea. It does improve on everything that this is, but it's still not going to replace another trick that's in my show. So 70%, 80%, worth checking out if you know what it is and you think you can make use of it.